Hey, I'm Scott, and today I'm going to make two different types of freezer door old fashions. If you don't know what a freezer door old fashioned is, it's where you make a batch of an old fashioned so that if you have people coming over, you're not making drinks all night, you can just pour them off, enjoy time with everybody. If you're getting off work and you're feeling super lazy and don't want to go through the anguish of making your own old fashioned, you've already got it pre-batched and ready to go. So we're going to make two of them today. One is going to be what I call like a pappy old fashioned, mainly because of the mix that's going in it, not because we're using pappy in old fashioned, because that would be wrong. And the other is a black walnut old fashioned. You can check them out, make your own version, make these, and enjoy. It's a great thing to have. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need is a vessel to have it in. I love these. I get these off Amazon. Has a little rubber closure on there, seals up, you don't have to worry about losing the lid, it's always on there. And something really handy to have is gonna be a funnel, because we're gonna pour a lot of stuff in here. So, the first thing we're gonna do, you know, when you make an old fashioned, you're gonna have your simple syrups and your bitters, and then your whiskey. So, we're gonna be using Old Forester 100. I would recommend using 100 or more proof, because you know, once it gets ice in there and it gets watered down, a lot of your proof goes down if you want to keep a lot of the whiskey flavor, because I do like mine very whiskey forward. You're going to want to use something that's 100 proof or more. So Wild Turkey 101 is another great one. I've used it in a bunch of different ones. So anyhow, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to have is some simple syrup. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 4 ounces of simple syrup in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is going to be something you want to pick up. If you're local in Dothan, you can pick this up at Downtown Books. This is a pappy old-fashioned mixer. I don't like to mix it totally just like it has, but this is a great mix. Just by itself, it's really good. The lid was stuck pretty good. So we're going to use 1 ounce of this. There we go. So the next thing we're going to put in here is the Angostura bitters. And you're going to want to pop this cap off. If not, you're going to have to dash until you get it in there. If you pop it off, you can actually pour it. Okay. So there's our bitters. One more type of bitters, and that's going to be our orange bitters. And we're going to do 1 ounce of the orange bitters. Now it's time for the whiskey. We're going to pour our whiskey in. Ta-da. And last but not least, you're going to want to use a little bit of, I use mineral water, but you're going to need to put a little water in there, because once you put this in the fridge, it's going to be super cold. And when you put it over ice, less of your ice is going to dilute. And one of the things that makes an old-fashioned good is the dilution of the ice. So you're going to need just a little bit of water just to counterbalance that. That's probably about 3 ounces, around that. So once you get that all set, you put your cap on it. Give it a little mixy. Put that in the fridge, and when you get home, you pour it over rocks, take a little bit of orange peel, express the oils across the top, and you have an old-fashioned that only took less than a minute. All right, so now we're gonna make a black walnut old-fashioned in the freezer door style batch cocktail. So it's made a little different, uses a little different ingredients, but it is usually the hit of the party. So the first thing we're going to use is Woodford old-fashioned cocktail mix, and you can pick that up if you're in Dothan at Oaks on Park, which is my wife's place. Thanks for the business. They have a bunch of other things there too. So Let's see, so that's the first thing we're gonna use. And then we are going to use, instead of simple syrup, we're going to use maple syrup. Now, same thing as before, we're gonna use 4 ounces. So, 1, 2. And if you like them sweeter, feel free to, you know, put 6 ounces in there, 8 ounces, whatever you want. It's your drink, you make it like you want it. If you put 8 in there, please tell me so I don't drink it, but just make it how you want. And play with the recipes until you get it just right, and then you can just keep making it. So instead of Angostura bitters, we use black walnut bitters. Now, these can be purchased, I know on Amazon, that's usually where I get mine. They are absolutely delicious and just a totally different flavor than the Angosturas. So we're gonna do 1 ounce of those. And remember, if you take the dasher off, you can pour it a lot easier. There we go. With the orange bitters, we're only gonna use about 1/2 ounce. And then, star of the show, whiskey. We're gonna use Old Forester 100 again. And as before, we are going to put a little water in there because once this is in the fridge and you pour it over ice, it's gonna have less dilution. So, and I use mineral water yet again. About 3 ounces. And there you go. Black walnut old fashioned for your freezer door, fridge door, however you want to say it. And it's ready to go and pour a cocktail. So let me grab some ice and I'll show you how I make it. Okay, so this is how easy it is. All you need is to get home, put you a nice ice in your glass, open up your freezer door, old fashioned, pour about 3.5 ounces. It's a little short, that's okay. Put about 3.5 ounces. I like to take an orange peel. A lot of people put a cherry in there. Feel free to do that too. This is the black walnut, and I'm not a big fan of the cherry with the black walnut, but the orange is always delicious on either one. So take that, take your orange slice, express the oils over the top, slip that in there, give it a good stir for a few seconds to get that ice started and get it even colder than it was in the fridge. It's my drink, I can take the spoon, and there you go. Freezer door old fashioned, make that super quick, ready to go whenever you get home or when you're having a party. Enjoy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.